that why is it that when we're talking about supporting Radio Biafra and what the Radio Biafra is doing, and this nonsense about people forming Biafra government here, Biafra government in exile there, and all that stupidity, when there is no Biafra yet? Why is it necessary that our people must be deceived? Why are we prone? Why are Igbo people, I'm not saying all Biafra nationalities, why are Igbo people prone to being deceived? Why do we accept lies more than the truth? You can look at the other criminal groups that they set up that crumbled. What happened? They are dead, they are buried, they are finished. Nothing is coming out of them anymore. The cockroach that comes up and mentions the word Biafra wants to have his own cabinet. What type of madness is that?
Worst mistake Buhari ever made was to arrest him. Yes. The worst mistake ever. What is going to happen? I am taking IPOB to Abuja on the 17th of next month in our court case.
We are with you, sir. We are with you.
There will be 2 million people in Abuja.
Yes. I will be there.
I will be there.
I will be there with you, sir.
I will be there. Hey, we take the battle to our enemies.
Yes, sir.
And let me make this very clear to you. You are under oath.
Yes.
And by virtue of that oath, you are under direct order from me.
Yes.
Any day you wake up, you hear I've been arrested, born Nigeria down to
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Biafra must come. And when Biafra does come, everybody will be free. If Biafra is not free, none of you is going to be free. And that is why I have said it before and allow me to repeat. We have come to set all of you free. And if you allow this nonsense to continue, you'll be sunk. If you have not gotten your Somali visa, go and get it now. Because the zoo is gone. And the hell has arrived.
It's good to have you again, Biafra Global Network. Today, Wednesday, 19th of July, 2023. I want to welcome you and thank you for joining wherever you're watching from. Good to have you. As always, here where we come to learn and where we come to listen to the truth, nothing but the truth, and to make sure that we do the right thing. And at all times, we concentrate on the right things and then seek for ways under the auspices of truth to determine how we can streamline, design an appropriate template that will take us to our freedom, and also to get Mazi and Kanu freed. Of course, it is on this platform that we would always look critical into issues, reason things, and also help people reason critically so that we can do what we have to do in line with what we want to achieve: restoration of Biafra, freedom of Mazi and Kanu. It is critical for me to remind you this, that every day you wake up and you have an opportunity to eat and look for what you are going to look for that particular day based on your plan and schedule, doesn't mean that the Fulanis are sitting down also looking for how they're going to eat for the day and to see how they're going to keep themselves. You have a liberal mind. You are not seeking for anybody to conquer. You're not seeking for any nation to conquer. But the Fulanis are seeking to conquer you and to defeat you. So I want to remind you to know that their plan daily is different from how you plan. Their reasoning daily is different from how you reason. Their programs daily is different from your programs, because your program is on a liberal mind. You want to feed your family, you want to take care of your children, you want to get married, you want to go to school, you want to do, you just have so many things that are under the auspices of good conscience. You just want to succeed. You just want your children to succeed. You just want your family to succeed. You just want to grow and increase your business. But the Fulanis are not thinking that way. They are thinking of your oil. They are thinking of your resources. They're thinking of killing you. They're thinking of impoverishing you. They're thinking of taking over your land. And so the way they reason every day is different from the way you reason every day. And based on that fact, you should also take cognizance that if your enemy is thinking about what you want to achieve, I mean, what they want to take from you and get from you, whereas you are thinking of what to achieve to succeed in life and even to help your world, and then you should know that they are coming after you. As long as they are thinking of your land, as long as they have a program from the days of Usman Danfodio until that your land, giving that land to them, just know that you are a target daily. For the fact that the situation, the killings, and all of these situations, whom today have experienced the terror of Fulanese, even today. There are people who were kidnapped today, Biafrans who are kidnapping and doing Fulanis who want to conquer you. Because most of these people doing these evils in our land are even stooges in the hands of the Fulanese. They have the British agents, you know, and all of that. Now, I want to remind you, for the fact that you reason every day to succeed, don't forget also to reason or think to kill you. Because that is the we are so relaxed about our Biafra freedom. We are so relaxed about what we are chasing. We are not we're just nonchalant about concerns Mazi and Kanu. We are just there. We don't have this drive. We don't see the need. We don't see ourselves in danger. And because you don't see yourself in danger, and because you don't feel that there's a need for you to come out of danger, you would always take things for granted. And that is one problem that Biafrans have. Today, we're going to be talking about the decisions we must make now concerning our freedom and concerning releasing Mazi and Kanu. The decisions we must take now. There are so many decisions we have made in the past. There are so many things we have done in the past. There are so many actions we have taken in the past. There are so many errors based on the fact that we don't see the urgency, or we don't see the situation that we're in the light of what is in the mind. What is, we don't reason along that line. Planning now, since their whole life purpose is to take what belongs to me. Since their whole life purpose is enshrouded in the mindset that Allah has given them, what is to take what belongs to you. That is what they have in mind, that take from you. So if the enemies have these kinds of mindsets, then you should understand that your mindset should take cognizance of that fact and plan to stop them from coming to conquer you. Okay, can continually be with you. Thank you so much, Ego. Thank you. I appreciate you, and you too, and your family. Thank you so much. Good to have you here, my honorable sister of the Accountability and Transparency Group. Because we don't think critical about what the enemies are coming and are doing and planning and how they are coming for us. We only reason about how we're going to send our children to school, how we're going to buy another car, how we're going to buy another land. These things we want to buy and achieve, your enemies, the Fulanis, want to take them from you. So why do you think about acquiring these things and not thinking about the security that you need to preserve these things when you get them? And the security you need is to get rid of these enemies, cut off from them. You know what scripture says? It says, come out of them and be ye separate. Paul was telling, was saying in scripture, you come out of them and be ye separate. You should just cut off that link, them the ability to reach you. The link here is the zoo called Nigeria. And Nigeria is the project that connects you to the enemies. Is or cause to struggle. That is why you have to stop some of this attitude now, some of this selfish attitude, self, me, myself, I. This selfish attitude, this attitude of betrayal, betraying other people, this attitude of trying to bring down syndrome. We are too selfish because we don't know the urgency of the situation we are in, because we don't know the gravity of the danger that is facing us. And so we just take it for granted. And as much as we take it for granted, the enemy is coming, getting closer. The more Nigeria continues to be sustained and survive, the more we are getting close to doomsday. And let me tell you, the only weapon they need to keep Nigeria to continue, or to keep Nigeria moving or continuing, is one, or the weapons, let me not say the only weapon, the weapons they need, 3 weapons. 1, religion. 2, politics. 3, social system. These are the three. Politics, religion, and social interaction. These are the 3 strategies also Usman Dan Fodio used in his time. 3 of them: politics, social strategy, and religion. Now, if you don't understand this, these 3 are intertwined. These 3 are together. Unless you begin to understand these things, you would not know what to do right. We are too, the laxity, the nonchalance, the careless behavior, and the actions we put up is so that we're in a state of emergency now. Because some of us have forgotten this whole thing. My life, I was talking, oh, he spoke in his time. And when people talk, oh, they are speaking. And when Mazi and Kanu was talking, he has spoken. Now it seems like everything is moving on, everything is going on, and it seems like everything is fine. We have not experienced Fulani attack in our families. We have not even seen it happen to us. And so we think it's not happening. So you think that the Fulanis are still sitting there. You think, oh, Tinubu is now president. So it is now in the hands of the Yorubas. It's no more in the hands of the Fulanis. And we have taken everything for granted. That is why we are doing things as if we don't know what we're doing. That is why we're fighting ourselves. That's why we're killing ourselves. That is why people will think of how they're going to bring you down. That's how people would be thinking of going to kill another ESN member. That is why somebody like Simon will recruit his own, because they all see this thing as games. He recruits his own militia and begin to hunt those ones who are still loyal to Mazi and Kanu. You know why? We think that everything stops because we are not thinking. We think that the Fulanis are not working and planning because we are not thinking along that line. Because we're not thinking along that line, we think that the Fulanis are relaxed. No. Sorry to inform you. They are every day strategizing. You see that your land, that's that oil that you are bragging that you own. You see that land. They are ready to conquer you and take it. They're still very much carrying out the plans mapped out from the time of the ancestors. Take over everywhere. Dan Fodio Grand Plan. That's it. That plan is critical. As early as the 1770s, they flooded the Hausa Kingdom. They took over the Hausa Kingdom in the late 1700s. Took over. How? They used the Takia project of religion. They made their people, they made the Hausas think that their people are not true believers. They made the Hausas begin to think that Islam was not practiced the way it's supposed to be practiced. Islam was very, very abused. Usman Dan Fodio made the Hausas think that their leaders were working against the doctrines of Allah. That's how they convinced our ancestors too. Told them they are not worshiping God. Told them they were sinners. Told them they were wicked. Told them they were serving false gods. Of course, knowledge is very formidable. You understand? We know that some people were serving false gods. Yes, we know that some people were into, wickedness. We know that some people were into evil. Some people were, serving RC and all those evil. Some people were serving the evil. The evil. Of course, we know that, lots of evil was going on in those days. Yes, we understand that. But the truth about it is that even before Christianity came into our terrain, there were people who were still talking with God, serving God in truth and in spirit, even though they have not known Christ. It's just like someone like Cornelius in the book of Acts. He was serving God, but he needed to meet Christ. That was what Paul told him. So you must understand, this is the strategy. Religion becomes the issue. Now they make everybody relax. Everybody relax. Oh, all you need to do is go to church on Sunday and come back and go and look for work and feed your family and pay tithe and pay offering and do all of this stuff, and then that is life goes on. They are not making you think about what is the enemy planning. They want to take your land. They want to take your oil. They want to take your land. But nobody is making you think that in that direction. Before you know it, you are swept completely. There are three tools here: religion, politics, and social system. Social system. Religion, politics, and social system. But these three, if we can master these three, we would conquer. See, it won't take us 6 months. We are going to be out of Nigeria. You see this issue of slavery that we have found ourselves. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I'm so uncomfortable. I can't imagine waking up every day knowing that I'm a slave. Knowing that I would wonder, I keep wondering, I'm living outside my nation. I'm living outside my land. God gives people land to occupy. I wake up every day knowing that I don't know what you people are thinking. Comrade, you're welcome.
Yeah, good evening, Kelechi. Good evening. Good evening for having me.
Yes, good evening. I am just returning. I was just thinking of so many things and how people don't just take for granted their own freedom, and how people can go any mile to sell themselves, to steal the resources for their freedom, to betray the cause, to sabotage, to run down people who are working hard to make sure. It's crazy that we wake up every day knowing that we are slaves, yet we fight the instruments that will help us to be free.
Yeah, Ego, thank you very much.
I want to hear you.
Ego, thank you very much. Thank you very much. I told you I will be joining, undermining that I'm under a little bit stress today, but it is very, very necessary that we come out once in a while or just once every day to keep our people on the ball so they don't lose control. Because what we are doing is just creating awareness for people to know, because some people are saying that the things some of the freedom fighters are doing is to make people know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is still there. But the way they are carrying those things out doesn't help in the situation of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So what is very, very important is for us to have a solution. We have a problem. And what is the solution? It's like when we talk about the deep state, we say they create the problem and they also create the solution. But now we didn't create the problem. We have the problem. It was created by other people. Then it will be also easy for us to have a solution to it. So what I'm just saying is that according to Kelechi, there are a lot of people in Biafra land that are keeping mute. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said a lot of things when he was still there. I went today to listen to some of his broadcasts just to refresh my brain, to refresh my memory about how Biafra land had come to become a place of murder, that people will be murdered every day. Even the sit at home, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu spoke about sit at home, but he didn't enforce it at home on Biafrans. But Biafrans respected sit at home because there were reasons that were given on the issue of sit at home when he was talking about remembering the heroes on the 30th. You know, so he said a lot of things. I went to go through those things to refresh my memory just because of what is going on in Biafra land today. So what we are saying is that we will continue to repeat the same thing that we say every day. It doesn't change. We are here to speak the truth, and it is only the truth that will make us get Biafra. We can never get Biafra with lies. This is just the truth of the whole matter. No matter what you say, no matter how you want to twist it, you understand? Like the information I got today, somebody telling me that the Biafran government in exile, they're having problem because of database. They want to make something in their database that when you make your fingerprint in South Korea, it lands in America. I tell the person, are you crazy? Are you talking to people who are living in the bush? So database is your problem now in the Biafran government in exile. So, but these are not the things we are talking about. What we try to say is that our people have been deceived, and our people believe in lies. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu made mention of all these things. Why do our people so much believe in lies? This is just a question we are asking. This is why Kelechi number is always here, is here always. Come and tell us, come and give us those ideas or suggestions that we don't even know. Come and tell us something. Come out and tell us something. Don't argue what we are saying, but just come. If you have something, if you have input you can put into what we are doing, come and say it so we understand. We can also understand you. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said if you can convince him, he will follow you. But we have not seen anybody who is bold enough to come and convince us that what we are saying is wrong. So, people who are talking about sit at home, if you go to different platforms, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu made mention of all these things. Our people jump from one platform to the other. All they go there to do is gossip. They don't go there to come together and share ideas with each other for them to be able to move forward. All they do is gossip, copy and paste. This is what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said. They go and copy what somebody said and they write one junk on top and they paste it. This will not bring you the freedom you are looking for. The freedom you are looking for is from you, the people, the citizens, the Biafrans. You will get yourself freedom. And until when you wake up and come together, you will never realize that very freedom. You will not see that freedom until all of us will go down. It's only if our children will be strong enough to continue from where we stop. I'm not telling you Biafra must come in my time. It may not. Even if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is being released today, it's not the guarantee that we will get Biafra tomorrow. You have to work for it. If Mazi Nnamdi Kanu comes out tomorrow, you have to come out to support him, to know the agenda he has, and how you support that very agenda for us to move forward. This is the important thing. This is the important message for the Biafrans. Not people telling you to sit at home. You can sit at home from now till thy kingdom come. Nothing will happen. You are not even pinching Nigerian government. We don't want to come here to come and be giving you ideas what you have to do to hold Nigerian government to ransom. You know it yourself. The governor of Enugu State was going around the whole market telling people to come out. They shouldn't sit at home. But you will not go and fight him. You will be fighting your own brothers who are on the social media, insulting them because they are telling you the truth. But your prime minister or prime minister will not send his Biafran Liberation Army to go and attack that governor that is telling people to come out. The governor even threatening the people of Enugu State. He's threatening them that if you don't open your shop, they will seal your shop and give it up to another person. But your prime minister is sitting there watching these things. And nothing is happening. But people are still saying he's doing something. Without him, what are we going to do? Where do we go from here? What do you have upstairs? I ask you this question every day. What is your own thinking? Sit down in your house and reason. What can I do as a person to move this struggle forward? Come up with something. Don't allow somebody to tell you what to do. That's why we are not telling anybody something to do here. We are not telling you to go and sit at home. We are not telling you not to sit at home. It's your own decision. If you want to sit at home, it's your decision. If you want to go out, you go about your business. It's your own decision. But only the advice I'm giving to you, if you are going out, be prepared that people may attack you. Be prepared, be ready. If they attack you, you fight back. This is how you do it. Don't go out to allow somebody to harm you. If you are bold enough to say you want to go open your business, you want to go do your business, and you feel people may attack you, be prepared that they let it be war. Be ready to fight. Fight back those people that are fighting you if you know what they are doing is wrong. Don't sit there and be crying every day and be complaining, oh, they are doing this to us. Oh, why are they doing this to us? You are just complaining and gossiping. You have to stand up for your right. This is what Bob Marley told us. Stand up, wake up. You all are still sleeping. As it looks now to me, Nigerian government is not our problem. You may say Nigerian government is holding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It's not even Nigerian government holding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It is the international community you people are running to. They are the people holding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu because they know if they are not the people holding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, why must United Nations say that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu should be released and Nigeria did not do? They didn't even move an inch. And you think you'll sit at home, we move Nigeria when United Nations spoke that they should release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and they didn't do it? You think you'll sit at home, we move them? Yeah. So all those things you people are doing are you are just playing, looking for one way or the other to steal money from people, to just raise your own. Look at how some of them are getting big in their head because they have eaten money, blood money. All you think about is money. All you think about is business. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said it. To go to a Chenja market, to go to Ose market, to go and sell things. This is all you think about. You don't think about how you strategize to fight your enemies. You don't think on how you plan to go against your enemy. You don't think of anything. All you think about is your business, money. You want to make money. After making that money, you die and leave that money alone. And your children will also suffer. After making that money, they won't even enjoy that money. They will suffer more than you. So that is why even the pastors in our place, the reverends in our place, all these people you respect, those people, they are all asshole because they have enough money to support what you are doing, one way or the other, even if they don't want to come out in public. They have human resources. They pull crowds. If you go to churches, you go to adorations and different places, you see multitude of people. If that kind of a crowd that can come out in adoration, go to Enugu State Governor House, I tell you, the governor in that very place will run away. If you don't know. But you can gather yourself and go and stay in one place and be calling for God to come and help you. God will never help you. He will not help you. He will never help you. Because that God is already in you. It is you who decides what to do with your God. I don't want to know what any other person speaks about God. This is what I believe. God is in me. It's him leading me. The way I decide to walk with the God in me is the way I walk with him. I'm not waiting for him heaven or anywhere. I can only seek powers, energies from the stars or from the sun. This is where I request my energy for. If you like, you say I'm praying to the sun, I don't give a damn. This is what our great-grandfathers does. When they wake up in the morning, they take their kola nut, they watch to the sunrise, and they make prayers. And seek for the protection of that day. Seek for their food for that day. Seek for the rainfall for their farm products. Seek for anything they want for that very day. They raise their eyes to the sun and they pray for it before they leave the house. This is what they do. So, and that is where the energy comes from. The source you are talking about, God, the source you are talking about is there, right there where the sun is coming out from. That's where it is. You can seek any power and any energy you want from there. If you don't know, I'm just telling you today, try it and see. So let's leave all these people until when you people stop going to these churches, giving them money, that money you will use to come and take care of that very problem we are having in Biafra land, you give it to them and they are swallowing it, building schools, driving big cars and not doing nothing. They allow people to be killed every day. It's Christians that are being killed. But what are the pastors and the reverends doing? Nothing. They all keep mute. It's only one or two that are coming out to talk. So we Biafrans have to wake up. It is time. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in the dungeon, suffering for me and you. All you people do is to create havoc in Biafra land. It is no longer Nigerian government fighting you. It is you fighting yourself. This is why they are laughing at all of you. Laughing at all of you because they know they have done that thing they want to do, to put the fight between you and your brother. This is what they have done. And until we desist from that. And what I would like Kelechi to really emphasize on here today is that there is no leader as long as Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in the dungeon. Nobody. Anybody who is telling you is leading or piloting the affair of IPOB today is a liar. You, the people of Biafra land, have to take it upon yourself now to rise up and say this is how you want this struggle to be. It is your right, because the government belongs to the people. No one man runs a nation. So thank you very much.
Right.
For now.
Thank you so much, comrade, for that. I just saw a particular message I want to first talk about. From Akwanwa, Ohanese should stand up and defend their own. You see, the problem we're always having is that we are always looking for people who would come, who we want them to carry out an action on our behalf. And that's the problem here. Ohanese should stand up and defend their own. Now, you should understand that Ohanese, Pandef, Afenifere, all these things were put there by the government of the Fulanese in conjunction with the locals to serve the purpose of the British Empire. They are not there to serve you. They are not there to stand for you. Afenifere does not stand for the people for the purpose of themselves, but stands for the people for the purpose of the British Empire, which means that every program they carry out is meant to satisfy the slave masters. It is not meant to benefit or satisfy the people. Your interest is not what was used to constitute an Afenifere or Ohanese or Pandef or all of these organizations. You guys, everybody must come to understand this, because we have been prolonging this freedom thing. We have been prolonging our ability to be free because we always don't look at things critically. And that is why, because we don't look at things critically, we keep fighting the wrong battle and we keep relaxing on the right battle. And it's very critical. Fundamentally, we should understand that Ohanese is not a project for the people. It is a project for the British Empire to carry out the program and make the people stay under the leadership or the control of the British. They are there to serve the interest of the British. They are there to make you see them as, it is an alibi. You see them as your leader. So you want, because they are elders, you want to listen to them. You want to call them to talk to you on your behalf. So, and they go there, discuss on your behalf, but for the purpose of making you to be subject to the British mindset or the British program. You know, this. You know, we should understand this. They are not there for your good. We must all come out this time. This is the time we must come out, and we must make this decision. We have dwelt on killing ourselves. We have dwelt on gossips. We have dwelt on bring down syndrome. We want to tear down other people. We have dwelt on selling those who have been called to take us out of slavery. Look at what our people did to Mazi and Kanu. It is not the British. The British were able to fulfill or carry it out fully because our people gave them the opportunity to. And yet, we all come out, we scream about the problems, we talk about the situation, we complain about so many things, but yet we are the ones killing ourselves, destroying ourselves, extending our slavery program, extending it. So it's very, very important. We must understand this. The time has come for us to begin to make the right decision. Now, I told you that in the early 1770s, when the Fulanis came into the Hausa kingdom, the Hausas were living their lives. They were comfortable. They were doing their own thing. Of course, believing that the leaders should do better. But once you are free and you have your leadership, you have the power to control and then you will lose your sovereignty. That is what has happened to us. The House has lost it. The Europe has lost it in Exploring was lost because of saboteurs, people like Afonja. So you just It's always the saboteurs that are helping the enemies to be destroyed, to destroy the people, to destroy us. Ones who enable this betrayal, who enable the destruction, they are the ones who enable the enemies against us, the saboteurs. You might not think, you might see. Let me tell you how to know if you're a saboteur. One, you're a saboteur once you find out that you are always resisting the interest that you, whenever you find yourself, your conscience will tell you, because it is not your man or it's not the person you love, you want to fight it. You don't care. You don't care as long as you have an issues with this person. Whatever he has done is wrong. You want to fight the person. You want to bring down that person. Once you find that spirit in you, you are a saboteur. You must not collect money from the zoo to be a saboteur. No. There are so many ways you sabotage. Once you sabotage, speaks the truth, you are fighting the person who speaks the truth. But yours is a cashless one. You're just very cashless saboteur. Sabotaging has many faces. There are some of you who fund those who are sabotaging you. People like those of you who are funding Simon and his rogue team, whether ignorantly or maybe as an accomplice or a beta in law. You call it a beta or accomplice. So if you find yourself, in so many ways, that is why you must ask critical questions at all times. Critical questions. Why do we find it hard to ask critical questions? All we do is, yes, sir. Hey, you are this, you are that. Hey, give ourselves names. Hey, you want to call somebody some names. We are postponing doomsday, and our destruction would come on us so strongly. Because we are not thinking in the line. You're not thinking what your enemy is thinking. Do you know what your enemy is thinking? Your enemy is strategizing because they believe what they are supposed to do to you is guaranteed by Allah, as they call it. They believe that your land and you are supposed to be their slave, and then your land is supposed to be theirs. If Allah has given them this, why are they wasting time? That's what they think. So they are doing everything that it's just like you thinking of how to fulfill your life's purpose. That is their life's purpose. Just like you are thinking how you are going to fulfill your purpose, they are also thinking of how they're going to fulfill their purpose. And their purpose is certain, to take over you, whereas your purpose is to achieve. They want to take you, including your achievements. And yet you are not thinking what they are thinking, because if you are thinking what they are thinking in line with what you are thinking for yourself, you would make plans to stop them. But you are not thinking that way, so you keep planning one-sided without planning the other way to stop the enemies. And yet they are strategizing, they are coming. You think what is happening in the zoo is just oh boy, Tinubu is there now. Okay, the presidency, we're going to wait another 4 years. You think it's like that? There are so many things going on the ground. If you don't understand, just go back to the document of 1989 and 1990, the Abuja Declaration. Go back. These programs have been on and on and on, and they are still holding meetings. In fact, the other day I showed you guys a video. Boko Haram has their headquarters in Abuja. It's in Google Map. Go and check it. If you're in Abuja, check it. Google Map. Check Google Map. Boko Haram has the headquarters. Have you heard the Minister of Statistics or Minister of Communications or whatever they are called raise alarm about that Boko Haram is in their Google Map in Abuja to tell you where the Boko Haram is located, the headquarters of Boko Haram is located? Who put it there? Who put it there? The data from the contraption. Because every data about Google Map is designed from the contraption in that system of the Nigeria's stuff. That's what it is. So if you think that the Boko Haram and all of that is just one terrorist group somewhere, you are just a joker. It is a formidable part of the contraption for the purpose of conquest, if you don't know. But yet we are joking. We are joking. We are dancing around, misbehaving, rather than coming to bring out critical. talk about bringing out, joining forces to free ourselves. All you do is you want to destroy. All you do is you want to hijack. All you do is you want to gossip. That's why no wonder Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was talking about gossips. We begin to wonder. Some of you wanted to kill him with gossips. People were gossiping. They were rather than facing the fact what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu wants to achieve with the people, for the people, in line with the people. They kept gossiping him, what he has done wrong, what he has not done well, what this, that, rather than looking at it. And I discover one thing that is killing our people. Bring up a situation, let's discuss ideas. They go mute. They keep quiet. Bring up a gossip. Oh, they will write all in the narrative and descriptive essay out. They will give you information about that gossip. They will tell you that they know about it and they can link it to where it came from. Foolishly sentimental, mawkish, M-A-W-K-I-S-H. Conrad, I don't know whether you maybe you have something to say in this line. Let me just drop the mic here.
The issue is just that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu also said something that he said, if you want to fool our people, you go write. You write a very long essay that they will only read the heading and every other thing inside doesn't matter for them. So this is why they get convinced or deceived one way or the other as fast as possible. But they prefer to go and be watching their stupid home movies that are being produced in Nigeria. There, all those stupid stories that they are watching there. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said all this thing. They will waste their data to go and be watching all those stupid things rather than to use their data to go and make research of what is happening in the world, in the global world. You have to know what is happening in the global world before you start talking about where you are coming from.
No, to them, it doesn't concern them.
Because if you don't know what is happening in the global world, you will not even know where you are starting from. You don't even know where your problem is. You don't know who is your problem. Nobody knows. So, and nobody even care to know. Even those our elites, you believe they know. These people are so dumb and daft. Because you cannot just ask yourself this question. All these elites, they go to Europe. They come to Europe. And when they are in Europe, they don't have a convoy. They drive with the public transport they have here. You can see some of them posting pictures where they are in the tram. This is just a small train that runs inside the city. You see them sitting there, making pictures, having fun with normal citizens. This same way you see the elites of the Western world also taking those public transport to their working place. Some of them drive with bicycle. Some of them go with foot to their offices. But you will now ask yourself, when these people come back to that contraption where they are, where they take as their own home, then they start running around with siren. It becomes danger. Danger becomes everything they see. It's now a danger to them. So why you can be comfortable in no man's land, and when you come back home, you are not comfortable in your own house? I was thinking that people said there is no place like home. When you are outside, you may feel uncomfortable, but when you come to your house, you said, oh, thank God for today, I'm back home. You feel comfortable when you are home, but they feel comfortable outside, but they don't feel comfortable in their house. So these things we are saying is our people. You see this issue of Biafra. You see this issue of the liberation we are fighting for. This freedom we want to get. There is nobody that will get it for you. If somebody will get it for you as a single person, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu could have get it for you before he was arrested. Because he has everything it takes to get you Biafra. But the people who are with him, the people who are working closely with him, are the people that said, over their dead body, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will not get Biafra for us. This is why you now have to come out if you know you stand by the truth. If you know you can be one of those 100 men that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is talking about. If you know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in your heart as a leader, this is the time you come out. We don't tell you to come out with a gun. We don't tell you to come out with a machete. We don't tell you to come out and go fight anybody. Just come out and share your ideas with those truthful people, so you can know where your problem is and you know how to solve that problem. This is the important thing for you to do. Not to come out on social media to run your mouth. You have a fighter jet. You will bring this down. You will close this. You will do. This is not how you will get Biafra. This is not how you get it. Some people say they need the guerrilla warfare. You don't even have nothing. You have not conquered anywhere. You want a guerrilla warfare. Do you know what guerrilla warfare is? Somebody told us that, do you know how the Vietnamese destroyed the America during the time of Vietnam War? Do you know about the history? They used what they have. What they have. Their secret, what they have was what they used. Don't you people, all these people calling themselves Biafrans, running their mouth on social media, don't you know how the Biafrans defeated the Britain the first time they came to conquer Biafra land? Didn't you know people know? All you know is killing your own people. This is why Mazi and Kanu told you. Once you kill your own people, the Biafrans, you spray the blood of Biafrans in Biafra land, you will never get Biafra. And he said it. Because our ancestors are angry with us. Do you think our ancestors don't have power? They could be able to defeat the British when they come in the first time, before they go have an ally with the northern people and the southern people and the western to come and conquer Biafra land. Don't you people know? Don't you know the history? Go ask question. We did not fight with guns. We don't have ammunition at this time. But it is the spiritual way we fought them and we won. Today, people will go to juju men to go and make money. This is what, sometimes if I look at Facebook, I see people with bunch of money posting themselves, gossiping around. This is gossip. You show people you have money. Why can't you use that money to go buy what you need to be able to fight for your freedom? If you can go to those Libya that are making you to have huge of money you are presenting in the social media, why can't you go to that Libya and tell them you want to release Mazi and Kanu, you want us to get Biafra, and our problem is money, and you go get that money from that Libya and come and buy the things you need to fight for Biafra? Why can't you do it? This is to show you that what we have in our brain is just money. Mazi said it, business, making business in Ochanja market. It's like our sister that wrote here and said Ohaneze have to rise up. Who is Ohaneze? Ohaneze is me and you. Ohaneze is me and you. They are just like the elders. They are me and you. Ohaneze don't have no power. Ohaneze don't have no right for anything in Biafra land apart from me and you. When me and you say we want them to do something, they do that what we want. That's why I tell you, government belongs to the people. It doesn't belong to anybody. And as Kelechi have explained already here before, all those groups you see, Pandef and this and that, they are all in the system. If you don't know what system means, they are all in the system. They can never do nothing for you because they have sold their hand in one evil thing or the other. They have collected money from one government or the other. That is why you see our elites, all these Ohaneze you are calling their name. Let me ask you, where is Nyanwodo today? Where is Abaribe today? All those people that have been coming out and be talking this and that, where are all of them today? Why they keep mute? Why did all of them keep mute? And you are expecting them to come and help you and assist you or do something that will get Biafra? These people are supposed to go down. And we said it. If all these people, all these elites in Biafra land, if they don't go down, you will not get Biafra. Mazi can also tell you the same thing. You must bring them down. We are not talking about the people piloting IPOB affair. These things they could have been doing. They have the money. People are donating money to them. People are giving money for all these things, but they are not using it in the right way. This is why we came up to say, now the Biafrans have to rise and defend their right. It is time for you now to rise up and defend your right. There must be justice in everything that is happening in Biafra land. No stone will be unturned. Every stone must be turned. If I have done anyone, be recording it somewhere. If I have gone contrary to anything that I'm doing today in this struggle, put it down somewhere. When the time comes, you hold me accountable for it. I am presenting myself. I say it every day. When I come out, I don't come out to show my face for nothing. I always tell people that my prayer and what I plead to God every day is that somebody don't shoot me behind. This is always my prayer every day. That I don't go out or go to Nigeria, somebody shoot me behind. Let me be carrying my own weapon and we can fight. If I die on that process, I will say, God, this is how you want it. It is time we rise up.
That's the best.
It is time we rise up against our oppressor. I know Igbo people said, but we don't want it to be omenana for us. Because all these things, we have done it over and over and over. We have been oppressed for over and over and over for years. This oppression, it is time you have to now bounce back to these people oppressing you. And those oppressing you and those holding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu today are your elite, not even the Fulanis. It's not the Fulanis, because your elite are the people who go bring army to your place. Elites are the people who chase those people who want to get Biafra for you. Elites are the people who are creating all the havoc in the eastern region. They are the people that will give money to build road for you and they siphon it. They give them money to build school and they siphon it. Hospital and everything, they eat everything. What is remaining for them to swallow you? You people saw a video last time when they were telling you that all your kidneys and your organs have been sold. How many people they call their name? They are all from Biafra land. Didn't people watch the video? Even Madu that is in prison today, he is involved in it. Selling your organs. You are still alive, but your organs have been sold. And you people will sit there and be gossiping every day, jump from one social media platform to the other one. Like somebody telling us they are working on a database. Who have a database you are working on? The Western. Did you create anything for yourself?
God. I don't know. I don't know how people reason. Honestly,
did you create anything for yourself?
So
as we are today as a Biafran, we are too intelligent. We are wise. We know everything. We know more than any other person. Do we have a platform of our own that we are working on? We are still working on a platform of the Western world that are holding you to ransom. And you put on reason. Somebody will come out and say, oh, which plan did you have? Who are we going to follow? Come out, I will follow you. Tell me what you want to do.
You know what shocks me? The shocking thing is that who do we follow? We don't. If you bring this one down now, who do we follow? It's crazy. That means even if you see the devil or you see someone who is evil and trying to using you, stealing from you, manipulating you, as long as you have not seen the next person to follow, you keep following that person. You keep. You just have to, because you are hopeless without somebody. That means your hope is built on somebody that came into the project at a particular time. The project has existed before that person. The person only came into the project at a particular time. You now build your hope around that person. As stupid and dumb as you are, you're asking who do you follow? You're asking who do you follow? You don't know that you don't even need to follow anybody. All you need to do is to come out and support a collective responsibility on this stuff. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is already the leader. So who are you following? Because you're looking for another person to follow. That means you have moved away from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You are no more under him. That's what it means.
Very simple.
Because you can't serve two masters. You can't be under two people. You must be under one person who is the leader. And that's Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So when you're asking who do you follow, that means you are no more following him, because he's now in the dungeon. So let him remain there. Oh, that one now, they don't put him for jail. We need somebody to follow now. Just like what they did to Aaron. Moses went on the hill on Mount Horeb, Sinai, to get the promise. The people say, we need somebody else to follow. Aaron, please come. We want to follow you. Build us a God. That is how we prolong our slavery. We are telling you, come under the auspices of the Accountability and Transparency Group. Let's work together. You are still asking who do you follow?
Before what was their major point before was, because you are in diaspora, come to Nigeria. Okay.
Yes.
Now Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in Nigeria now and they have him in the DSS dungeon. What do you do?
Him.
So if I come, they arrest me. Kelechi come, they arrest him. Everybody comes, they arrest them. What are you going to do? Who will now be that person?
And they keep asking who they follow. They need to follow somebody else. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that you were telling to come down if he has guts. He is now there. Go and rescue him. You sit down there, you are looking for who to follow. Who told you this is the time to follow people? This is the time to rescue Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And that is we can only do that when we come together and plan. That is why the Accountability and Transparency Group says, come, we need to rescue this person who has been there for us. It is not time to look for who to follow, for God's sake. Is it that you don't have sense? And you guys you have been asking these questions for long. Who do we follow? This man is in jail.
The major problem of our people is what I find out in our people is that our people are so afraid. I don't know if the oppression made them to be afraid, because I believe that if someone is being oppressed at the time, you now gain a very big power and strength to fight back. But the oppression that our people have been oppressed made them to be more weak and loose. Because I always make example of these people who are jihadists. I make example with them. I'm not afraid of saying it. If these people are the people fighting for Biafra, for a long time we have Biafra already.
I am telling you.
10 people will bring out themselves and say they want to die for Biafra to come. They will go and carry bomb and explode everywhere. People are talking nonsense. Look at this man that called himself Mba, walking around in the market in Enugu State. One person will just enter there and explode everywhere, and everybody is gone. People are talking nonsense. I say you want to get Biafra. You don't even have the mind. You don't have the fever. They will get it.
Look at how they shook USA in September 11, 2021. Just with 3 planes or 4 planes, also one.
You are even talking about that, Kelechi. Kelechi, you are talking about that. Look at how they killed the former prime minister of or the president of is it what is this country? Is it Japan or where is that?
Japan, yes, the former prime minister.
Yeah, he's just somebody who made his own Orca-made gun and go there and shot this man to death. You are talking nonsense.
And why he shot him was frivolity. He said the wealth of his family, his mom has given all to the church that the man belongs.
This is how people who have heart to do something. This is how they behave. One man squad. You don't need nothing. You are there running your mouth. Who am I going to follow? Then who will lead us?
120 million people, 70 million people, 1 million people. Yet, I mean, we are still talking about looking for who to lead you.
Talking nonsense every day. Hope Uzodinma will come and parade himself all around. People will be watching him, clapping for him. This person, what they call the one from Anambra State, will come and parade himself. People will be clapping, be looking at him. Enugu State will parade himself. And the one in Rivers will parade. You people are watching them. They're just parading themselves.
Until we become radicals to this thing. Every one of us become radicals. Get radicalized with this issue of Biafra. You see, if we don't get radicalized, we are still going to be dancing around the circles. Until we get radicalized, like the jihadists will do. They are ready to die. They are ready to die for it. Look at how they 4 people, only 4 people. One controlled one plane. The other one controlled the second plane. World Trade Center was down. The 2 towers were down. 2 people.
Kelechi, I told you here that I am. I think it was 2000 and was that 2020? It was during Corona. No, it wasn't during Corona. Before the Corona, 2019, before the Corona or something. You know, they always have this Christmas market during Christmas period here in Europe. I don't know if they do it in Africa or so. I don't know, but in Europe, maybe from the 18th of December, they have a Christmas market. You go there, you see Christmas things. You know what happened in Berlin? Somebody just took a truck.
Yeah, I think I heard that
market and grab everybody along the street.
Yeah,
and we're talking. These are people who decide to die and to do something to destroy things. This is how they behave. He don't have anybody to help him. Nobody.
I don't know what
it's
we are.
Just like you see Hope Uzodinma parabolating with his car. You carry your trailer, you crush every car that is on the street. You crush him and everybody.
Every one of them over there know that these governors are the people holding Mazi and Kanu. They know they are the ones holding Mazi and Kanu. They know they are the ones calling military into the place. All they do on social media is to capture video and tell you how they have raided this community and show you one place how they and begin to cry and you see dead bodies on the ground. Every one of them will still sit down there. The government house is still standing. The houses of the politicians in their community still standing. And you are telling me you want freedom?
I always respect one word. I don't respect nobody, but I respect people's words. Dino Malaya is a stupid politician. He's a criminal. He's among them. He's not exempted. He's not an exemption. But there is one thing he said that I'll never forget. He said, if you talk, you die. You don't talk, you die. You better talk and die. If you want to be a radical Biafran, you will die. If you don't want to be a radical Biafran, you will die. You better be a radical Biafran and die.
Die honorably. For the cause that you should die for.
Because people are dying every day for doing nothing. They are just in the street. Okay, look at the people that were shot last time. When Simon Ekpa is enforcing his sit at home,
Yes.
yeah, those people, what they just die for nothing.
Maybe some of them don't even believe in Biafra.
You see, okay, those children that they went and lie down in the school and start beating them up, and those teachers, did they have anything to do with anything? They are just a normal people. So that is why it is time you wake up. Be you a child, be you an adult, be you an old man. This is the time you rise up and say enough is enough. Everybody must be radicalized now.
We are already time against us. We just wanted to make it not more than 1 hour, but it's very important. We are still going to discuss further on this stuff tomorrow. Hopefully, we're still going to talk more on this stuff. Hopefully, because our people must come to terms with the decisions we must make now. There's no other time. Just like what Ifeanyi has said here, there's no better time to restore Biafra than now. The more Nigeria exists, the more the human misery in Nigeria continues. Simon's penchant, okay, for personal interest was a massive setback. But to counter that setback is for every one of us now to decide that we want to take these things. The more you keep asking who will lead you, the more you get people like Simon come to take your resources and steal from you. If you don't know, whenever you are asking who do we follow now, you are only asking for the next person to come and steal your resources. The next person will come and steal from you. That's what you're asking for. There are people who are dedicated. They have that mind to carry AK-47, because we're not hiding it. They are killing us with AK-47. We need people to carry it. But people, you can come with your ideas. Stop these armed people. We carry out the action. That is why Accountability and Transparency Group have been composed, to have your input. And you people said you people said you are coming out, you people said you are coming out in July, and you people said you are coming out in July. And why haven't you come out? We are waiting for you to. They're waiting for us to come out. For you drunk? Or is something wrong with your brain?
It's coming out. It's coming out. Going to bring the Biafra we are talking about. If we present what we have now at hand now, will it just bring you Biafra immediately? Or you think so we just come up with something now and tell you this is what we have, this is our roadmap, this is our projects we have. You think that project will just bring you Biafra today? Did you know when Mazi and Kanu started this very struggle? Did you know when? Do you know how long it took before we come to this very stage we are today? How many people were coming out to speak about Biafra before? Even the time of Uwazurike, was the social media the way it is today? So we are growing. We are moving from stage to stage. You understand? So this is why it is no one-man business. This is something every Biafrans must come together and make a decision. Collective decision. Why we are saying this thing is that if we all come together to make a collective decision, it is very difficult for somebody to sabotage it. It is very difficult for somebody to break us down because we are multitude. We are together. It's difficult.
It's everybody's.
But if it is one person, it's just very easy. The government will go and bribe the person, buy him off, and everything is done. He will just be playing with the rest of people that are his followers. But if it is collectively, if you see that I'm the person who is like the saboteur inside, you kick me out immediately.
That's it.
So you move on.
That's it.
So, but if it is not collective, with the collective Biafrans together to fight this very struggle until Mazi Nnamdi Kanu comes out and we tell him, Mazi, this is where we have brought this thing up to. How do we move from here forward with you? Let me tell you people something. If Mazi
let me make this. Okay, go on. Yeah, finish your thoughts there.
If Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is being released today, I bet you he will be confused with what you people are doing. With all of you, all your stupidity will make him confused. He won't even know where to start.
One thing I want to point to these people today, so that it will get into their head, especially those people who are always looking for faults. Let me tell you something. Do you know that if we come together to form a force now, a force of intellectuals, a force of both financial stakeholders, a force of ready men ready to go to battle, those who are ready with the resources, those who have the intellectual capacity, those who know how to plan, who have to create ideas. We come under the auspices of the Accountability and Transparency Group and begin to form this powerful force. Do you know that when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu comes out, they will not even see him as a threat anymore, because they know there's a formidable body behind him. And knowing that if they capture him, it doesn't change anything. And of course, at that point, they know that holding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is nothing. It's not going to change anything, because they know that the people behind him are formidable. So they will not even think of capturing him again. All they will be thinking about is now to sit with you on the table to discuss. Because by the time we begin to execute this plan, and let me tell you something, the Accountability and Transparency Group has a formidable plan, very formidable plan. But the truth about this plan is that it still needs your input. It needs the input of every Biafran. What do you mean by every Biafran? Those who make themselves available. That is why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu talked about 100 people. It needs the financial input of every Biafran, those who can contribute. You don't just execute programs without financial investment. So as much as we need your intellectual input, we need your financial input also. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, by the time that ground is formed, he comes out. Fulani will see him and know that capturing him will not even make any meaning again. So all they will do is they will call him. They know he's the leader, but they know that if you capture him, it doesn't change anything. Something is coming to them strongly. Something will come. If something is coming to them, hell is coming. They will sit with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to discuss this time around. Rather than going to capture him, they will think of sitting down with him now, because they know the force behind him are not people to go, are not easy people. That is why we're calling on you to come together. We need to sit down together. Not all this jamboree going on social media. Somebody tells you he has a house somewhere, then he tells you he'll put a coat of arm up and down and all over. Until now, he's still trying to. He has not even seen the house yet. He wants to put. Somebody tells you he's getting liaison offices here and then goes. He is traveling, doing tour everywhere. Whereas he's just on his laptop, talking to people everywhere and deceiving you, collecting your money, because you always want to have somebody who will lead you. Who are we following again? That means you're asking who will dupe me again. You are very stupid. That's what you're asking. Who is the next person to dupe us? That's when you're asking, and who are we going to follow? You're asking who is the next person to dupe us. That's what you're asking. You don't know. That's how daft you are. Conrad, your final thoughts before we close down. So we don't
thank you very much. I'm telling Biafrans that place. We are calling on all Biafran, the entire land of Biafra, that it is time and the opportunity for everybody to come join at accountability group. Because not when the structures or when the agendas have been put in place as we are working now, then people will come up to say, oh, why are you doing this? Why did you do that? Oh, why is it not like this? This is why we are now at the earlier stage, calling everybody to come and share his own idea, bring up your own input, that we all agree together on how we move. Because I know how our people behave. Just like as Kelechi said before, that people will join groups. When you ask questions, everybody keep mute. But after when decisions have been made, they will go behind and start saying, blah, 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 this person, this person, this person. This is why we are just calling everybody now. It is the right time now for you to come and join the accountability group. Anyhow you can assist. Even though if you don't go to school, it doesn't have anything to do with going to school. You understand? Right. You can help with your human resources. You can help with money if you have money. You can help with your ideas. You can help with your intellectual. Anything you have is needed. You can play your own part wherever you want. So, and we are trying to dig down to the villages. This is what you have to understand. To dig to the villages, that the people in the villages understands what we are talking about. We are not talking about just people who are intellectual to just come and be speaking English for us. This is not what we are talking about. The real people from the villages must be part of what we are doing, because they are the people that are even facing the heat, not those ones in the cities. So that's why we are saying accountability group is there. The door is always wide open for everybody to come in. You have your right to come and ask questions. You have your right to contribute. You have your right to share ideas. You have your right to even be a part of everything that the accountability group is doing. Nobody is telling you what you have to do. You have to decide yourself what you can do for the group to move forward. This is just how it is. So we are expecting everybody to come and join. Try to click the like button, share this very program, that all Biafrans should listen, that we are calling on everybody to come and be a stakeholder in accountability group and in accountability and transparency group, for us to be able to get Mazi Nnamdi Kanu out of the dungeon and restore Biafra. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, comrade. Send your messages to this number on the screen right now. You want to be part of it. You want to join the accountability and transparency group. You just send a message to this number on the screen. And then if you want us to talk, to discuss further, you send a message there, say you would like to talk further, and then we can fix an appointment with you, and then we can discuss further. But that number is for messages alone. This number on the screen is for messages alone. Once you are able to send a message and you give us information and you say you want to discuss with us further on how you can be part of it and what you want to be part, how you want to join and what you want to do, and of course to know further how we work and how we operate, you can just send a message to that number, and then we'll fix an appointment with you. And of course, our team will discuss with you strongly so that we can come to terms with what we want to do. This is time for serious business. We're not here no more for jokers. The project has passed the level of jokers, coming on social media to dance and to drink wine and to press breasts and to pop champagne. We have passed that level. We are now on a serious time. We have struggled enough. We have suffered enough. We have gone through hell enough. Those who have pressed their breast in those times have pressed their breast. Those who have drunk champagne, they have drunk champagne. This is the time for serious-minded people, intellectuals, people who have the resources to come together now. Let's reason. Now, this time around, you invest your money and you ask questions. What is this money going to be used for? And then you will be told what the money will be used for. This is the time. This is the time you know what your money is being used for, so that you don't think that people are using your money for their private businesses. Why wouldn't Azuka and her husband come to the social media to press breast when your money goes into the account? Your money goes into the account and they use it to buy clothes and buy anything they want to buy for themselves. And then they come to social media, dance and release music for themselves and mock you. You don't know they are mocking you. You look at it, wow, wow, what a wonderful dance. And they're mocking you. You are just a fool. You are a clown. This is the time for you now. Your brain is needed in this thing. Your mindset, your ideas are needed. Your resources are needed, because in this time, as you put your resources, before you even bring out your resources, you ask questions. You will get answers to the questions. And then when you bring your resources, you know that we are going to be productive. In fact, yesterday we had a particular meeting that we were asking critical questions. The people were asking questions. Before you invest, you ask questions. You don't just go. Some of you are working in companies. Do you just go there and go to the company's account and remove money? There's a process. There's a procedure. There's a procedure for everything. There's a structure that helps your resources to work for you. It's part of investment. Freedom fighting is not stupidity. It is investment, because you are investing in the lives of the people. Hence, every investment is supposed to be productive. All the monies you have been contributing, where has it been going? Because you don't ask questions. You just think that you just have to bring out money. And when they say fundraising, you just come and put money. Then Simon and Co will go and buy new clothes, buy shoes, buy different things, come and snap picture, pop champagne, you dance for you, and give you one lie, and you'll be jumping around. Hey, wonders shall never end. I have never seen this kind of people before. I've never seen this kind of people, honestly. I don't know whether slavery has really eaten its slavery.
You are going too far, you are going too far. It's like if I'm a member of a board of director in a company.
Yes.
And I invest my money. So
yes.
Do I need to ask a question if I'm already a member of the board of director? No, I won't ask a question, because everything that is running in that company, I know about
That's
it.
Right.
So
That's
how
right.
do I ask a question anymore? This is what we are telling Biafrans. You don't have a leader. You don't have nobody. Anything that is happening, you are a part of it. You are seeing it. Before the decision will be made for even 1 penny to be spent, you will sit there and also make your own contribution. If you don't want the money to be spent on that very project, you will share your own and say, no, this project, this is not a good project. We don't put money in it. You see how easy it is. You don't sit somewhere, you give somebody money, that person is just telling you whatever he likes. No, but this one, you will be among the people to decide what you do with that your money that you put in there.
Correct.
So
that's what we're saying.
This is the transparency we are talking about. This is the accountability we are talking about. You don't even need somebody to go get a bank account for you to look what is in the account or whatsoever. With the project, which you are also a member of it, and also
That's right.
a member of the board deciding the project that I've been invested in, is already a kind of transparent for you, that you see where your money is going to.
That's right. So that's as simple as that, guys. Understand this and understand peace. Know this and know. Always keep yourself in slavery and foolishness. Being foolish always. It's unbearable. You know, we find it strange where people just want. How can you wish that you don't want to live in a normal society when you don't want things to be done rightly? How can you live in a normal society when you don't want things to be done rightly? That's the problem. So understand this. Please call the number. We'll fix an appointment, and our team will discuss with you extensively, and then we'll know how we're going to work further, because this is the time for serious business. So we're particular direction. It might, but it's still in line with what we're saying today, because we want to sensitize you and get you to understand this. Please share this program on all your social media platforms right now. And of course, to go far and wide. And please subscribe to this channel if you have not subscribed, because we need this channel to go far and wide, to reach out to more people. We appreciate every one of you have sent. Thank you so much. We're seeing your messages. We can just, we see Ego, of course, always here, formidable and force that we have. And of course, we see that messages have not come from other people too. And hopefully we're going to have, of course, as time goes on, and we shall be the dark, you see the light in front of you in view, hopefully to go through. So thank you all. We appreciate you, comrade. We are here together always to talk to the people and help them to understand this stuff. And so you guys must understand that we're here for serious business. This is the time for you to come together. Like scripture says in Isaiah chapter 1 verse 48, come now and let us reason together, says the Lord. Though your sins be as scarlet, they shall be as. God is even calling you to reason with him. And you want to do things with another human being like you. You don't want to reason with the person first. You just want to give the person money. God himself is asking you to come and reason with him. But you want to work with another man who is not perfect as God, and you want to give that person money to work for you. You are on your own. They say, oh, you're, in the zoo, they say, oh, you're on your own. You're on your own. God will call you to make you come full and talk so that you go reason, make you not discuss. Human being say, give me the money, make I go work for you. You are very stupid. Because if God that is perfect can ask you to come and reason with him, and a human being like Simon will tell you, bring the money, we know what you are doing. In fact, if you don't bring money, you don't ask me question, then you are very stupid. In fact, your stupidity in apply, you don't reach the heavens. Exactly. Don't reach the heavens. Thank you all. We appreciate you, comrade. Thank you so much. So everyone out there, we appreciate you all. Thank you all. We'll see you again other times.
I'm putting up Biafrans. So we say, may peace and love be with all of you. Thank you very much.
Thank you all. God bless you. Very good. Thank you.